this is Sir Fahad Ali again with a video, and this time the video is Introduction to Accounting 7707. We have two papers in accounting. First of all, if it is your first class, this is the first video you're watching over here. This video is related to the basics of accounting, and for improving your accounts, my advice, my suggestion to you people would be to do a lot of practice in accounts, because accounts is much like maths. If we don't do practice, we will forget the concepts. Okay, so the syllabus code has changed to accounting 7707, and the name has been renamed as accounting. Earlier the name was principles of accounting and the code was 7110. In the syllabus part there are not major changes, but again the name and the syllabus code has changed. Okay, so the first class I will be telling you about the papers. The papers of accounting, there are two papers which are there in accounting. That is paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 would have 35 marks, but with the weightage of 30%. Okay, and we will have 70 marks, sorry, not 70, 100 marks paper of principles of accounts. That was the earlier name, but now we have the name of accounting. That is 100 marks paper, 20 marks each. The question would be there. 20 marks each questions are there, and the questions are 5 according to 100 marks, 20 marks each. There are 5 questions in the examination, and every question is compulsory. You don't have any choice. Questions are selected from a variety of topics. When you will complete the syllabus, a question can come from any end. Okay, but the majority of the time financial statements are there, so you will learn in accounting financial statements with me. And another thing I would be telling you people is about the P1. P1 duration is 1 hour 15 minutes for 35 MCQs which are there to be attempted by you people, and we have 1 hour 45 minutes duration for paper 2. In that we have questions of calculations, but now the trend has changed and there are many of the theoretical parts, because the examiner wants to test you, examiner wants to observe whether the candidates understand what they have calculated or they are good at calculations only. And you will lose marks in the theory part. If you are not good at theory, you do not know what you have calculated. But inshallah, with the practice, with these classes, you will have a better idea about the theoretical part too. Okay, let's begin with the class. The first question which comes to our mind when we are studying accounting: what is accounting? So the definition is in front of you. Accounting is the process of collecting business financial information so that it can be classified, summarized, and reported to its users for economic decisions. There are some terminologies which are used in front of you, that is classified, summarized, recording. These are the terminologies which we will be doing in the accounting. We will be recording transactions, we will be classifying the transactions, we will be reporting the transactions to the economic users. Economic users means who will base their decisions on the information which is provided by us as accountants to them. Okay. Next is accounting period. What is an accounting period? Accounting period is usually of 1 year, but it can be of less than a year or more than a year. Okay, but in your questions many of the times majorly it is of 1 year. What is accounting period? Let's suppose you opened your business, you started running your business in 2021 1st January. You will end your business 31st December 2021. So 12 months period is called accounting period. The period when you will be recording your accounting transactions. You will open your accounting books, you will open your accounting transactions from January 1st 2021, and you will close your books. Books means the in which you are recording the transactions on 31st December 2021. Then you will again reopen the books in 2022 1st January. Okay, so these are some of the stances, some of the terminologies which we have to be well versed before proceeding with the further topics, so that you can be better and perform good in accounts. Okay, then we have what is the transaction. Transaction is any activity or business that involves monetary value, that involves exchange, that involves an event. Okay, event of buying and selling should be there. There should be exchange of goods, and it should attach some monetary value. Let's suppose I have given a gift to my friend, so that gift cannot be termed as transaction because there is no monetary value. There is exchange, there is an event, but there is no exchange in that. Okay, so remember this thing, we cannot use that as a transaction. There are 5 pillars of accounting as per which classification is done. I told you the definition of accounting involves classification. So classification is done on the 5 pillars of accounting. The 5 pillars of accounting are ALCER. Okay, this is the acronym which is used many of the times: assets, liabilities, capital, expenses and revenue. So this is used time and again in the our syllabus. When I tell you about the foundation, when I tell you about the pillars of accounting, the pillars of accounting is necessary to be learned by every student, because on this the whole accounting is based. Okay, a student who is good at these pillars of accounting would perform better in examinations. Okay, so let's start with the pillars of accounting one by one. There were 5 pillars. We'll start with the first one. What are assets? Assets are the economic resources owned and used during its operations by a business. The examples of these assets can be buildings, it can be motor vehicles, it can be furniture, it can be fixtures. There are 2 types of assets over here. One is non-current asset and another is current asset. Non-current asset which are used for more than one accounting period. More than 1 year means if your accounting period is of 12 months, you have purchased an asset in 2021, you are using it for 2021, 2022, 23, more than 1 year. So these examples of the assets would be land, buildings, furniture, machinery, motor vehicles and so on. Those things which we use for more than 1 year in our business. Second is current assets, those resources which are used in the course of a business for less than an accounting period. It does not mean that we sell those assets before 1 year. It means that there is a fluctuation within 1 year in those assets. And it can be inventory. Inventory means raw material which you will use for production. Maybe you bought raw materials of worth 50,000 at the start of the year, but at the end of the year you had raw material of worth 30,000, maybe of 50,000, but it would not be the same 50,000 which was there at the start of the year, because you would have some production in between. Okay, account receivable means those customers who have bought from us on credit. That means they have bought the goods but they will pay us afterwards, so they are referred to as accounts receivable. Then we have cash in hand. Cash in hand means that cash which is available with us. And last is bank, the amount which is put forward in the bank. These 4 items are majorly in current assets column, and they keep on fluctuating within the year, because we will be using cash, we will be using bank amount, we will be using account receivable. They will be paying us, so they will decrease. If there is more credit sales, what will happen? They will increase. Second foundation of accounts is what are liabilities? Liabilities. These are debts of the business. These are the obligations, the amount the business has to pay. Okay, so they are also categorized into 2 categories: non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Earlier the term fixed and current liability was used, but now the new terminology according to CIA is non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities are those obligations which are to be paid after an accounting period. You have to pay it after 1 year. Okay, accounting period is of 12 months in our examination, so it is 1 year. After 1 year, if you have to pay something, that is called non-current liability. It includes long-term loans, it includes debentures. Debentures means when a company has borrowed some loan from an individual. Okay, so when it borrows from an individual, so what will happen? The company will issue a certificate on which it is written I owe you, O-W-E-O, you. So I owe you means that I have to pay you. That certificate is issued, and that certificate is called debenture, and it has some worth. So that's why it is counted as non-current liabilities, because it is usually of more than 1 year. Okay. Current liabilities, majorly you will see bank overdraft when you withdraw for more than your amount in the bank, and there is an agreement by the businesses with the bank that gives the access to the companies to withdraw more than it is available in the account of the company. Next is accounts receivable. Accounts payable. Accounts payable is a current liability, because accounts payables are our suppliers to whom we have not paid. We have purchased from them on credit, but we have to pay them afterwards. Okay, so that is accounts payable. Within 1 year we settle both of these, bank overdraft and accounts payable. Third foundation or pillar of accounting is capital. That is the investment of the business, the owner of the business. Expenses, day-to-day running cost of the business. These are the expenses. It includes rent, it includes utility bills and wages and salaries. Okay. Revenue is the last pillar of accounting. That is the 5th pillar of accounting. So it is earning of the business. Students often make it confusing, confuse it with the term profit. Profit means whatever has been left for you, you can take it home. Okay. but revenue is whatever you have earned. You have sold products worth 15,000. So that is your revenue. But when you will deduct your expenses from it, let's suppose you deducted electricity, you deducted marketing cost from 15,000. So what will happen? You will be, let's suppose, left with 5,000. So that 5,000 is your profit. So profit and revenue is different in terms. Okay, I hope you like this video and you will subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and you will share it with your friends who are preparing for CIs. Allah Hafiz everyone.